वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः। एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्ताः त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया पर्युपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यमव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्। सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धया ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। येषोऽधिकतरस्तेषामव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिर्वाप्यते। ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परा अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धरता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्। मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय। अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि। अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्। श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ज्ञानात् कर्मफलत्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम्। अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी। सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यस्मान्नोद्विजते लोको लोकान्नोद्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः। अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभपरित्यागी भक्तिवान् यः स मे प्रियः। समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः। तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेता स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः। ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्दधानामत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
उपस्थित भगवत भक्तों के रूप में मेरी अपनी ही आत्माओं। श्रीमद् भगवत गीता भगवान के मुखार बिंद से निकली हुई अमर वाणी है, और जो भी जीव श्रद्धा सहित इस अमर वाणी को धारण करता है, वो जीवत्व को छोड़कर ईश्वरत्व की प्राप्ति करता है, इसमें कोई संशय नहीं है। ये जीवात्मा चाहे जिस देश में रहे और चाहे जिस भेष में रहे, गीता सबका सब काल में समान रूप से कल्याण करने वाला एक अनुपम एवं अलौकिक ग्रंथ है।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः।
आप बताओ, ये भगवान की प्रकृति को भी कैसा धोखा देता है बूढ़ा। भ्रष्टाच दंतावली दृष्टि नश्यति, अब दिखता नहीं है से गले कौन आया, अरे कौन है। लेकिन बूढ़ा चतुर है, कोई बात नहीं। ऑप्टिशियन के पास गया, चश्मा बना के ले आए, अब फिर देखने लग गया है। अब फिर आंख तेज हो गई। कहाँ कहाँ भगवान है, तो भगवान को भी चकमा देने वाला है। ये ऐसा जानवर बनाया है भगवान ने, जिसके सींग लगाया नहीं, पूंछ लगाई नहीं, फिर भी है बड़ा खूंखार, बड़ा डेंजरस, बड़ा रिवेंजफुल एनिमल। तो कहा ये देखो, अच्छा भगवान ने ऐसा किया है, कोई बात नहीं, चश्मा लगा लिया, अब क्या करेंगे भगवान। कानों ने भी साथ छोड़ दिया, सुनाई नहीं पड़ी। अच्छा, तो वो एक कान के लगाते हैं, क्या कहलाता है वो, इयरिंग गेट, सब जानते हैं आप लोग, सारे होशियार हैं ये, एक से एक। बुढ़े ने वो लगा लिया और अब सुनने लग गया, बोला अब क्या करेंगे भगवान। दृष्टि नश्यति वर्धते बधिरता वक्तम चला लाए थे, मुंह में से थूक उछले बोले तो थूक के छींटे पड़े। घरवाली भी कहती है, जो पहले खूब प्यार करती थी, अब घरवाली भी कह जरा मुंह उधर रखो थोड़ा सा छींटे आते हैं थूक के। अच्छी बात है भाई, वर्धते वक्तम चला लाए थे वाक्यम नाद्रियते च बांधव जनो। सब आगे पीछे नाचते थे हमारे भाई भतीजे, बुढ़ापे में कोई पास में नहीं आता। कुछ बोलते भी हैं तो कहते आप चुप करो, हम सब जानते हैं, हम ठीक कर लेंगे, आप बोलो मत। आप पढ़े तो हो नहीं, यूनिवर्सिटी में आप कब गए थे। वो पढ़े लिखे हैं बच्चे, बांधव जन भी बात नहीं सुनते, बंधु बांधव सबने साथ छोड़ दिया। पर घरवाली तो अग्नि की साक्षी देकर के प्रतिज्ञा करी थी कि जब तक जीऊंगी मैं तुमको छोड़ूंगी नहीं, और तुम्हारे बिना मैं रहूंगी कैसे प्राणनाथ। वो घरवाली ने भी बुढ़ापे में साथ छोड़ दिया, पास में नहीं आती। कहते पानी पिलाओ, तो बोला आप खुद उठा के पी लो ना गिलास लेके, मैं पोते को खिला रही हूँ। अब वो पोते की टट्टी साफ कर रही है, लेकिन पति की नहीं कर रही। भार्या शुश्रूषते, घरवाली भी बुढ़ापे में वो प्यार नहीं, पास में नहीं आती। अब बुढ़ा क्या करे, कष्टम, माथा पीटे और रोए, हद हद तेरे बुढ़ापे की, तू एक ऐसा है बेशर्म के आया और फिर जाता ही नहीं है। बुढ़ापा कहता है मैं तो आपका पक्का दोस्त हूँ, आपको लेके ही जाऊंगा। जवानी गई, बचपन गया, सबने आपका साथ छोड़ा, लेकिन मैं ऐसा कच्चा दोस्त नहीं हूँ आपका, मैं तो पक्का हूँ, आपको लेके जाऊंगा। तो वो लेके जाता है। कहते कैसा ये बुढ़ापा है, पुत्रों पे मित्र आए थे। जो बेटा जिसको हम समझते हैं ये हमको सहारा दे, वो शत्रु बन जाता है, बेटा भी। तो ये कैसा है? तो भगवान कहते हैं कि अर्जुन, ज्ञान, अभ्यास से ज्ञान श्रेष्ठ है, और ज्ञान से भी ध्यान श्रेष्ठ है, और ध्यान से भी त्याग श्रेष्ठ है। त्याग से परमात्मा की प्राप्ति होती है। तो वो त्याग कब करोगे ये बताओ। हम सारा काम करते हैं, ज्ञान की बातें भी करते हैं, घंटों करते हैं, ध्यान भी कर लेते हैं, कभी कभी ध्यान भी कर लेते हैं, पर त्याग नहीं करते हैं। कि क्यों? त्याग तो समझिए एक दिन जब मरेंगे तो सब त्याग कर देंगे उस समय सारे। कब करोगे त्याग सारा? मरेंगे तो सारा। है बड़े दयालु हैं, कहते उस समय हम सभी त्याग कर देंगे। अभी तो आप कहते हो खाली घर का त्याग करो और विषय भोगों का त्याग करो, हम कहते हैं कि उस समय हम सबका त्याग कर देंगे, बेटों का, बहुओं का, पोतों का, और जितने जेवर हमने पहने हुए हैं सोने के, उनका सबका त्याग। तो इसे मालूम होता है कि आप हैं तो सब त्यागी, पर त्याग आप चाहते हैं कि मरने के बाद करें, जीते जी न करें। तो शांति भी फिर आपको मरने के बाद ही मिलेगी। जीते जी आपको शांति नहीं मिलनी है। वो कहते हैं त्यागात शांति अनंतरम, त्याग के बाद शांति मिलेगी, और शांति मिली परमात्मा की प्राप्ति होगी। पर ऐसा भक्त बनने के लिए क्या क्या में होने चाहिए लक्षण? तो अब यहाँ से लक्षण शुरू होते हैं। अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां, मैत्रः करुण एव च, निर्ममो निरहंकारः, समदुःख सुखः क्षमी, सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी, यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः, मय्यर्पित मनो बुद्धिर्, यो मद्भक्तः समे प्रियः, यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको, लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः, हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्, मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः, अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्ष, उदासीनो गतव्यथः, सर्वारम्भ परित्यागी, यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः, यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि, न शोचति न कांक्षति, शुभाशुभ परित्यागी, भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः, समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च, तथा मानापमानयोः, शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु, समः संग विवर्जितः, तुल्य निंदा स्तुतिर्मौनी, संतुष्टो येन केनचित्, अनिकेतः स्थिरमतिर्, भक्तिमान मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदम् यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रिया वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। इस 12वें अध्याय की क्या बात करें। नाम इसका है भक्ति योग, और अगर इसको एक एक श्लोक का एक दिन लें 20 दिन में ये पूरा होता है, बड़ा आनंद आता है। अपने को तो 1 घंटे में 2 अध्याय करने, अभी 12वां और 13वां भी करने। अभी थोड़ी सी बात बताऊं, एक विलक्षणता इसमें क्या है, बड़ी अजीब चीज है। अध्याय का नंबर है कौन सा? 12। और इसके अंदर अभी जो आपने लक्षण पढ़े हैं भक्त के, ये भक्त के लक्षण है 39 लक्षण हैं। तो 39 हुए, 3 और 9 तब 39 बनते हैं ना। तो 3 और 9 कितने होते हैं? वो भी 12 हो गए। तो इसमें लक्षण भी 12 पर आते हैं, अध्याय भी 12वां आता है, और इसमें अक्षर जो हैं पूरे अध्याय के अंदर 705 अक्षर हैं। तो उनको जोड़ो कितना होता है? 7 और 5 तो भी 12। और इसमें जो ये वर्ड्स हैं, पद जो हैं, वो भी 264 है। तो 264 को जोड़ो कितने होते हैं? वो भी 12। तो इसके वर्ड्स भी 12 में आते हैं, इसके अक्षर भी 12 में आते हैं, इस अध्याय का नंबर भी 12 में आता है। और श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण में स्कंद भी 12 ही हैं, और सूर्य के भी नाम 12 ही हैं। और हमारे सारे संसार की गिनती जो होती है वर्षों के ऊपर, उम्र वगैरह की होती है ना, तो वर्षों में होती है। वर्ष में महीने कितने होते हैं? में भी 12 ही होते हैं, चाहे वो अंग्रेजी के महीने हो, बरस हो, चाहे मुसलमानों के बरस हो, महीने 12। बड़ी विचित्र बात है, 12 में कोई गूढ़ रहस्य जरूर भरा हुआ है। हर जगह 12 पद भी में, चरण भी में, और ये लक्षण भक्तियां हैं तो वो भी 12 के ऊपर।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः।
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। Respected Gita devotees, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev. On behalf of Swami Gita Kiranji, Guru Bhai Joshi ji, and myself, I extend a warm Gita Ashram welcome to all of you. Thank you for taking the time to grace us with your presence. To make it easier for speakers, a timer with an alarm notification will be displayed on top of the screen. Our guest speaker for today is Dr. Ashok Sharma ji of Gita Ashram, Minnesota. Having said that, I would now like to invite Guru Bhai Joshi ji to please conduct the session as per our agenda. Over to you, Joshi ji. Jai Shri Krishna.
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै ॐ शांति शांति शांति. Thank you, Bishopji. Very, very happy to be with all of you on this beautiful Saturday morning as usual. We are very fortunate that we find some time in a week, maybe more than that, to get together, listen to our Gurudev, discuss about Mother Bhagavad Gita, and virtually recharge our soul, the Atma. Saying that, I request Dr. Kapoorji, Gita Ashram of New York, to please start our discussion. Kapoor Sahib, Jai Shri Krishna.
जय श्री कृष्ण. राम राम जी. ओम श्री परमात्मे नमः. गीता शास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं या पठेत् प्रियतापुमान् विष्णु पदं वाप्नोति भये शोकादिवर्जिताः. गीता अध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायाम परस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्म कृतानि च. Srimad Bhagavad Gita was narrated from the lotus lips of Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra in India. There are 700 verses divided into 18 chapters, 3 schools of thoughts: the yoga of action, Karam Yoga, the yoga of devotion, Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of knowledge, the Jnana Yoga. Today we are talking one particular aspect of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are treating Bhagavad Gita as a medicine. And we read the instructions and do everything, but we don't take the medicine. We don't open the bottle and we don't take the dose which is required. And that is what we are doing. भगवद गीता सबके पास है, कई सालों से है, लेकिन उसकी एप्लीकेशन नहीं है. थोड़े लोगों में है, बहुत में नहीं है. इसको रिचुअल समझ लिया गया हुआ है. गुरुजी ने अभी बड़े क्लियर शब्दों में इस बात को और भी इलेबोरेट किया है. It is applied science. It has to be applied. I have been emphasizing this particular aspect more than enough. It is the practical wisdom. ये मेडिसिन है, लेकिन मेडिसिन आपको लेनी पड़ेगी. You have to open the bottle. अगर मैं बॉटल के आगे फूल चढ़ा के मत्था टेक दूं, तो I am not the beneficiary. जो मुझे प्रॉब्लम है वो प्रॉब्लम रहेगी. ऐसे ही आजकल ये चल रहा है. हम भगवत गीता के आगे हर हाथ भी जोड़ते हैं, मत्था भी टेकते हैं, फूल भी चढ़ाते हैं, भजन भी गाते हैं, कई कुछ करते हैं, लेकिन उसको ओपन नहीं करते. ओपन करते हैं तो दवाई लेते नहीं हैं. So now it's a human tragedy, and we have to challenge ourselves what we are doing. You have to take the medicine. And medicine is very clear. अभी गुरु जी ने बड़े क्लियर शब्दों में सारी चीज समझाई है. And we know it. हम जानते हैं लेकिन मानते नहीं. We don't apply. And that is my emphasis again and again in my presentations. You challenge yourself and start doing what Bhagavad Gita says. हम कहते रहते हैं, पिछली बार भी I shared with you that Advaita Sarvabhutanam. Do we practice? We don't practice. Yasmano dvijate loko, lokano dvijate. We don't practice. And 12th chapter की इतनी महिमा अभी गुरु जी ने बताई है. कई चीजें तो हमने भी आज पहली बार सुनी है. इतनी बड़ी निधि है, इतना बड़ा खजाना है। और देखो, I have been sharing with you with the utmost humility this concept of discussion. 20 out of 24 hours, what is your time management and how much time you invest in the pursuit of the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita? It is not the abstract science. If you apply, then Bhagavad Gita, you are doing Bhagavad Gita. If at the time of eating, you remember Bhagavad Gita, then it is a prasad. But the best thing is, for so many years, we have been exercising this mental exercise that भगवान मेरे हृदय के अंदर बैठे हैं, लेकिन हम मानते तो है ही नहीं। ना हमारी फोड़ रेगुलेटेड है, ना हमारा थॉट प्रोसेस रेगुलेटेड है। जो मुंह में आता हम कहते हैं, ईगो के तमाशे में घूम रहे हैं। आईनेस का किंगडम हमने क्रिएट कर लिया है, उसी में रहते हैं। कारें हैं, मकान हैं, दुकानें हैं। Everybody knows at the end of the day, zero doubt. But who cares? Who cares? Because I have a book of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in my hand, I am okay. Bhai Sahab, you are not okay. You are not okay. You are not practicing it. Practice का मतलब है कि change your living, interaction with the people. When you go out of your home, how you react, the intent and motive, that will decide what you are doing. हम कहते कुछ हैं, but internally we are meaning something else. And it has been going on and on and on. और जिस हैबिट पैटर्न में हम जी रहे हैं, उसको तोड़ना, उसको अमेंड करना, इट्स ए अपहिल टास्क। जो पुरानी हैबिट्स है वो नहीं छूटती। वो ईश्वर की कृपा से और भगवत गीता के ज्ञान से, विद परसिस्टेंट प्रैक्टिस, डिवोशन, कमिटमेंट, तब वो आपकी पर्सनैलिटी चमकती है। अदरवाइज नहीं, अदरवाइज रूटीन है ये। और इट इज यू कम अलोन एंड यू गो अलोन। इट इज योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कि वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड अवर मिशन ऑन दिस प्लेनेट and whatever we can accumulate the wisdom of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is the utmost ज्ञान की जो बात है, जो ईश्वर के चरणों में बैठना है, तो इसी के थ्रू बैठना पड़ेगा। लेकिन वो प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी भाई साहब, ऐसे नहीं होगा। लिटरल डिस्कशन मीन्स नथिंग, नथिंग। ये जितने मिडेवल टाइम के सेंट्स थे, they were not educated. They never went to any college, any school. But ज्ञान से भरे हुए थे। Because they practice. They practice. हम कहते रहते हैं simplicity. We don't practice simplicity. We are demonstrating each other with the impression of egoness. We don't watch our report even. अगर भगवान श्री कृष्ण मेरे अंदर बैठे हैं, it should be very qualitative. But we are people of medicine now. One after the other. पता नहीं कितनी गोलियां, कितनी टैबलेट्स हम खाते हैं। We are medicine people. We are not spiritual people. और जो हमारे अंदर ईश्वर बैठे हुए हैं, उनको भी तकलीफ दे रहे हैं। Watch yourself, challenge yourself, and reassess yourself. The daily basis में करता क्या हूँ? It is not to impress anybody through these presentations. It is the clear, very clear submission that challenge yourself and change. Take this medicine, open this bottle. Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Gurudev. I think I have some time. 1 minute, okay. I will then continue, please. So, the other day, I shared this thought in the church, and the subject under the Multi-Faith Forum, we were invited, and I shared thoughts on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Believe it or not, they came to me after the session was over that we have never heard. We never heard this wisdom. And I didn't make up anything. I just opened up Bhagavad Gita. I am using the word I because just to make it clear the communication. But usually I don't use the word I. So we must change. This is what I am saying. That is the clear message of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And as I said it before initially, open up this bottle of medicine and take the medicine. Take the medicine. Follow the instructions. Don't worship the bottle of medicine. That will not cure your disease. And spiritual disease is the very dangerous disease. Other diseases can be cured. But because मनुष्य जीवन जो है it is the apex point of creation, इसके ऊपर कुछ नहीं है. It is now or never. There are 8.6 million evolutions. The apex point we are. So understand this and pray to Almighty and seek the blessings of Gurudev Maharaj, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, to give us the wisdom and sustenance to hold these thoughts. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev.
Jai Shri Krishna, Kapoorji. Very well said. A good time management to understand, to put some time for the real purpose we are here in this universe. Thank you so much. Now I want to invite Gita Ashram of Minnesota, Vivek Kamranji, to introduce our next very elegant speaker that I know about, but let him explain.
Good morning, Joshiji. Thank you again very, very much to Kapoor Sahib here just now explaining, and the beautiful chapter 12 done by Gurudev himself. My goodness. But Kapoor Sahib, you're right. The medicine is in front of us. We don't take it. Start taking it. Thank you for sharing those positive words. Those 700 gems in the Bhagavad Gita are with us. So before I start, first of all, I wanted to thank you so much on just reminders a little bit, the Gita Ashram calendar. And I want to thank very much Joshiji. I understand you sent your shlokas. And thanks again to even Prasadji. Thank you so very much. Vilayji, we're looking for yours. And Kapoor Sahib, thank you again. This is going to be a very beautiful calendar. Usually the grandkids also enjoy the table calendar that's sitting with you. So this is profound. I just wanted to give you, here's what it looks like again for those of you who may have missed out. It's a one-of-a-kind calendar. So Vilayji from all the way from Thailand, let us know. I'm just going to share a couple words of wisdom here of Gurudev. So one of his biggest things was, देखो भैया भगवान से कुछ ना पूछो, वो तुमको वैसे ही दे देगा. Don't ask him for anything. Don't ask him. हम जाते हैं मंदिर, मुझे ये दे दो, वो दे दो. सब भीख मांगते रहते हैं all the time. He's always giving it to you. So there is no reason to ask him for more. His benevolence is always there. And then last one I want to share is Paramahansa Yoginanda. वो ये कहते हैं, why does God respond to you? उन्होंने solution दिया है. Some of you have been to Paramahansa Yoginanda and at SRF. Vilayji, you have been to California, I remember that. What profound words. When God does not respond to you, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Clean your mind, sit down, ask again to Bhagavan Krishna and put him in your pocket. So he will listen to you. With that, I just want to introduce our speaker. He's done a profound job. So Dr. Ashok Sharma is a scientist, as you know, been with the Gita Ashram for over 25 years. I've known him. A man of simplicity, humility, compassion, and love. I don't know how else to describe him. He's like a younger brother to me. Worked hard for the Gita Ashram here in Minnesota. These books are all available, on Amazon. You can get it. My favorite is The Inevitable Separation. When I lost my brother, I read this book. I said, oh my goodness, it just brings, into reality what your life is all about. How is it going to end? Are you going to see him again or not? It's a profound booklet. All these booklets written by none other than Dr. Ashok Sharma. With that, Ashok ji, you're on, and I'll stop sharing. Thank you, Joshi ji.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, विवेक भाई. जय श्री कृष्णा. आप सबको मेरा प्रणाम. हम सब ईश्वर की संतान हैं. सब ब्रह्म है. We are the product of Shiva and Shakti. So how the product of two gods, Shiva and Shakti, can be a human being, you know. He has to be. राजा का लड़का राजा होता है. तो हम भगवान की संतान हैं, तो हम भगवान ही हैं, भगवान जैसे ही हैं. और हम में से कभी कभी तो मुझे बोलते हुए बड़ी ये उत्सुकता होती है कि नरेंद्र भाई साहब हैं, जोशी जी हैं, डॉक्टर प्रसाद हैं, इनके साथ में मुझे बोलते हुए संकोच होता है. ये तो इतने ज्ञानी हैं. प्रसाद जी तो, डॉक्टर प्रसाद तो कृष्णा है. वो जिस तरह से गीता हमको सिखा रहे हैं, इसी तरह से एक दिन कृष्णा ने गीता सिखाई थी अर्जुन को. भाई साहब नरेंद्र जी हैं, जोशी जी हैं, माँ गीता किरण जी हैं, वेद प्रकाश जी हैं, विवेक भाई हैं. ये सब साकार ब्रह्म है. मैं तो सोचता हूँ कि इनमें सब वो सब क्वालिटीज हैं जो ईश्वर में थी. कुछ बोल के बता देते हैं, कुछ बोल के नहीं बता देते, लेकिन है सब एक जैसे ही. और ब्रह्म को रियलाइज करना, इसमें टाइम लगता है. कई बार ब्रह्म, साकार ब्रह्म आए, उनको भी, रावण को भी बहुत बाद में पता चला कि राम तो भगवान है. मरते समय पता चला करके. गुरुदेव जी साकार ब्रह्म थे. जीवन में उन्होंने जो कुछ अपने भक्तों के लिए किया, और आज भी जब हम उनके लेक्चर को सुनते हैं तो एक कमाल की बात है. मतलब छोटी छोटी बातों को उन्होंने कितने स्पष्ट रूप से बताया है. और वही बात अर्जुन में थी. अर्जुन, Arjuna must have been might have been the greatest warrior of his time. He was he was a very intelligent person, and he cleverly chose Krishna as his charioteer. It was a very good decision, because he realized why to have Akshvahani Sena. अगर उसके कमांडर हमारे साथ है तो हमें क्या जरूरत पड़ी है सेना की. सेना तो डिमोरलाइज वैसे ही हो जाएगी. तो उसने भगवान को, अपने कृष्ण जी को अपना चैरियटर सुना. लेकिन उनको भी इतने साल रहते हुए उनको रियलाइजेशन नहीं था कि भाई कृष्ण जी भगवान है. वो तो जानते थे कि भी क्लेवर तो हैं, कैरिस्मेटिक हैं, लेकिन भगवान है ये नहीं पता था उन्हें कि भगवान है. ये तो चैप्टर 6 के बाद में, आफ्टर चैप्टर 6, then he started wondering that it is something different. He is not a normal yogi, he is not a normal human being, he is something more than that. And then slowly he realized कि ये तो ब्रह्म है, ये तो भगवान है, साकार ब्रह्म है. मैं तो इनके साथ इन दिनों से घूम रहा हूँ, कभी सोचा ही इस बारे में. और फिर धीरे धीरे जब वो चैप्टर 10 में आते हैं, जब वो विभूतिज का वर्णन करते हैं, then he started realizing, अरे ये तो कैसे हो सकता है? How could one person be all of them? And then finally he said, I want a proof of it. All these vibhutis you have said, you are one, all of them are you? How could it be? And then he shows his Vishrupa. और जब विश्वरूपा को देखते हैं तो then not only he is frightened, then he realized that he is actually not just simple God, he is the sum of all gods. ये तो पूर्ण ब्रह्म है, परमात्मा है, क्रिएटर है. और वहां से उनको वो ज्ञान शुरू हुआ. और उसके बाद में जो है उन्होंने फिर भक्ति योग में 12वें अध्याय में आते हैं, जहाँ वो एक प्रश्न पूछना शुरू करते हैं कि भाई मुझे समझाइए कि मैं किसकी पूजा करूं. आप तो सगुण भी हैं, निर्गुण भी हैं, दोनों हैं, तो क्या किया जाए. तो उसके बाद में जो है उनको एक बात जरूर पता चली कि देखिए सगुण और साकार एक ही बात है. जिसमें गुण है उसमें आकार भी होगा. आकार इज वन ऑफ द प्रॉपर्टीज, इट इज एन एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द पर्सनैलिटी. इफ यू आर सगुण देन यू ऑल्सो आर साकार. इफ यू आर निर्गुण देन यू आर निराकार ऑल्सो. बिकॉज निर्गुण in simple means, I hope I can share some slide with you if I could. Um, I'm not sure if you are able to see it or not, but let us not worry about it, you know. I'm going back to this thing, you know. I have tried to share slides in the past, but you know, it is somehow okay.
Okay, you can.
Does it? I am okay. Anyway, it's probably not coming through. You know, it's okay. Anyway, see, I'll just continue. So मुझे जो एक बड़ी अच्छी बात लगी, जो अर्जुन ने जो विश्व रूप देखा भगवान का, तो उन्हें पता चला कि देखिए भगवान जो है एक नहीं है, बहुत सारे हैं। और मुझे उसका फिर एक नया अर्थ समझ आया कि निर्गुण का अर्थ ये नहीं, कई बार हम लोग सोचते हैं निराकार मीन्स विदाउट आकार, निर्गुण मीन्स विदाउट गुण, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है। निर्गुण का मतलब है कि समथिंग दैट वी डोंट, दैट इज बियॉन्ड आवर कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, दैट इज समथिंग दैट कैन नॉट बी डिस्क्राइब्ड, दैट इज बियॉन्ड द रियल्म ऑफ इंटेलेक्ट, दैट इज निर्गुणा। सो उसी तरह से भगवान जब निर्गुण है तो निराकार भी हैं। तो ये बात तो समझ आ गई कि जो एक्चुअल भगवान है, जो ईश्वर है, उनका कोई आकार नहीं है, उनको कोई डिफाइन नहीं कर सकता। वो जो है, जो कुछ भी हैं, वो अपना, उनका एक इतना बड़ा ये है, इतना मैग्निफिसेंट है उनकी सब चीज़ें कि उनको जो है डिफाइन करना इम्पॉसिबल है। तो भगवान तो निर्गुण है, और वो कभी कभी अब लोगों को समझाने के लिए, लोगों को लीड करने के लिए, देन ही कम्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रामा, कृष्णा, गुरुदेव जी, एंड मैनी ऑफ अस हियर, यू नो, हु आर द साकार ब्रह्म। अब उसके बाद में फिर हमको लगा कि देखिए ये क्या है और कौन है ऐसे जिनके अंदर ऐसी प्रॉपर्टी है। देन इफ यू लुक एट द नेचर, प्रकृति, प्रकृति इज ऑल्सो मार्वलस, यू नो, इट हैज एवरीथिंग दैट गॉड हैज, यू नो, द वैरायटी। अभी नरेंद्र भाई साहब ने बोला कितना 86.5 मिलियन स्पीसीज, यू नो, ऑफ द इन ओवर द अर्थ, यू नो, ईच वन इज ए वंडर इन इट सेल्फ, you know, a product which resembles God, which resembles his Vishrupa, cannot be other than God. So Prakriti is God. Then जीवात्मा, जीवात्मा भी ईश्वरी है, क्योंकि अब उसकी भी आप कैरेक्टरिस्टिक देखिए, कोई फॉर्म नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी सारे शरीर को एनलाइटन करती है सब करके, उसका भी कभी विनाश नहीं होता करके, वो भी चेंज होती रहती है। तो ये जो है, ये भी ईश्वर का रूप है, इसलिए ईश्वर का रूप है क्योंकि सारी प्रॉपर्टी तो भगवान जैसी है। एंड देन फाइनली शरीर। अब हम लोग कई बार कहते हैं कि शरीर नश्वर है, लेकिन हमको तो एक दूसरी बात ही लगती है। देखिए, कोई भी, आइंस्टीन कहते हैं कि कोई भी मैटर जो है उसको आप डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं कर सकते। मैटर इज एनर्जी, एनर्जी कैन नॉट बी डिस्ट्रॉयड। अब जब एनर्जी डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं हो सकती तो फिर शरीर कैसे डिस्ट्रॉय होगा? हाँ, आयरन को जब ऑक्सीडाइज होता है तो रस्ट लगती है तो आयरन ऑक्साइड बन जाती है, लेकिन आयरन डिस्ट्रॉय तो नहीं हुआ। तो हमको लगता है कि शरीर भी क्या है, एशिज बन गया है, एशिज के बाद में फिर देन अगेन इट राइजेज अप, it gets into plants or whatever happens, and then finally it finds another place, matter फिर दोबारा से क्रिएट होता है in the women womb, then again another person is formed. So शरीर भी अमर, शरीर भी कभी विनाश नहीं होता, आत्मा का भी विनाश नहीं होता है, प्रकृति का भी विनाश नहीं होता है। तो हम सब जो हैं भगवान के ही रूप हैं, और हम में से कुछ जो है साकार ब्रह्म है। अब इसके बाद में जो है ये बात आती है कि भाई अब भगवान को देखा कहाँ है, किसने देखा है? तो आई जस्ट वांट टू रिलेट एन इंसिडेंट दैट हैपेंड विद मी, यू नो, फ्यू years ago we went to Kennedy Space Center, and I think I related it earlier also, you know, and then we happened to see a documentary there which were actual pictures taken by Hubble telescope, and it was brilliant, it was awesome. I could not believe, you know, these billions of galaxies, the trillions of stars, planets, suns, and everything, you know, moving around, stars being eaten away, planets being demolished, black holes, you know, they are gulping each other, you know. And then I realized chapter 11 of Gita, and I said, भगवान जी तो सामने ही है। भगवान जी को देखने के लिए, अगर हम भगवान जी को देखना है तो भगवान तो सामने ही है। एंड वन ऑफ द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द भगवान जी, गॉड, आई रियलाइज्ड from that documentary was that God is also not constant. It keeps changing. Universe is expanding throughout. We are changing. Our body is changing. our atma is changing, today it's in one form, tomorrow it will be another form. So हम लोगों की जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है वो सब ईश्वर जैसी ही हैं. और किसी ने जो बोला है क्या करके कि अहम ब्रह्मास्मि त्वम दिव्यासि, हम सब ब्रह्म हैं, खाली रियलाइज नहीं होते हैं, कुछ बाद में रियलाइज होते हैं. और अगर हम यही सोच करके अपने आचरण को रखें, अपनी अपनी क्रियाओं को रखें कि हम तो ईश्वर स्वरूप है, हमें तो उसी तरह बिहेव करना है, तो देन एवरीथिंग विल बी ऑल राइट. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much, Ashok ji. Beautiful way to start Nirgun Nirakar, Sagun Sakar, and Sagun Nirakar. And what it is, and we are the real wonder in the world, that we are the human beings are the wonder. And see, we can live a wonderful life with the help of Bhagavad Gita. Thank you again, Ashok ji. Thank you. Now I request devotee from Malaysia, then Gita Ashram headquarters, Delhi, and now Sacramento, California, Dr. Professor Upasad ji, our regular professor for Bhagavad Gita. Dr. Sahab.
Thank you very much, Joshi ji. Thank you very much. Before I start, I must compliment Dr. Ashok Sharma ji for his excellent explanation of things which are really wonderful, really wonderful. It needs to be expanded further and further. As we learn more about Bhagavad Gita, more about the teachings which Bhagavan has given, we will certainly develop ourselves in such a way that we will have the vision of existence of Brahma, not only everywhere, but you are also Brahma. Let me start with Gurudev's prayer to Gurudev and Bhagavan. वंशी विभूषितकरा नवनीर्दाभात् पीताम्बरा दरुणबिम्बफलाधरोष्ठात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने. न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Divine souls, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev. Since last 3 weeks, we have been contemplating upon chapter 12. So far, we have gone through mantra 1 of chapter 12, and we have realized the depth of that question which Arjuna has asked to Bhagavan. We have understood that Arjuna wanted to know from Bhagavan as to who is the best knower of yoga, who is best versed in yoga. One, those who ever steadfast meditate on you, that is Tvam, the manifest, or those who meditate on unmanifest, Nirakara Brahma. So the question is whether the one who does upasana on your form or on your formless aksharam abhyaktam, who among these are the best knower of yoga? That is the question we have understood, and we have gone through some detail about what is in the mind of Arjuna, what is likely his understanding about this Nirakara Brahma. We will not go further on that. Let me see what Bhagavan has to reply. that is given in Mantra 2. We all know very well. Bhagavan says, Maya Veshya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopetas Te Me Yukta Tamamata. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Lord said, Ye, those Mai Aveshya Manaha, who fix their minds on me, Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate, always remain engaged in my devotion. Paraya Shraddhaya Upetaha, endowed with supreme faith. Te me yukta tamaha, them I consider to be the most perfect in yoga. The Lord says, those who fix their minds on me and always engage in my devotion, endowed with supreme faith, to them I consider to be the most perfect in yoga. Now you see, the reply which Bhagavan has given is very straightforward, very clear, very explicit. Let me pause a bit here and divert a bit in a direction as to the question and reply. Arjuna asks question and Bhagavan gives reply. That is the whole Bhagavad Gita. It was mentioned that there are 17 questions which Arjuna has asked to Bhagavan. This leaves behind those 8 questions with chapter 8, verse 1, Kim Tad Brahm, Kim Adhyatmam, Kim Karma, Purushottama. You take that out. That's it. Now, if you look at the question number 1, that is the 7th verse of chapter 2. Karpanyo dosho pahata svabhava prikshami tvam dharma sambhuda cheta yachreyasa nishitam bruhitan me shishaste tvam sadhi mam prapannam. And the question is, yachreyasa nishitam, हमारे लिए श्रेय क्या है वो बता दीजिए. कितना साधारण क्वेश्चन है. अगर कोई भक्त भगवान के पास जाता है और या कोई दीन दुखिया किसी के पास जाता है, कहता है मेरे लिए क्या कल्याणकारी है वो हमें बता दीजिए, तो कल्याणकारी बता देना चाहिए था. अब भगवान ने क्या किया? भगवान ने कहा more or less he ridiculed him for his question. अरे सोचानन सोचस्थम प्रज्ञावादा से भाष से गतासून नानुशोचन्ति पंडिता. अरे तुम पंडित की तरह बात करता है, इतना तो आप व्याख्यान दे दिया, पूरा पहला चैप्टर क्या क्या नहीं कहा गया, सब पंडित वाली बात, जैसे ज्ञान जिससे आत्मज्ञान है वैसे बात तुम कर गया और हमसे कहते हो कल्याण की बात करो. अरे तो इन ए वे भगवान, instead of giving him the straightforward answer to his question, what he did, he in a way ridiculed him. Not only that, he also laughed at him that he has muskan. तो ये लंबी लंबी बातें करता है और ये नहीं जानता है कि जो गतासून अगतासून नानुशोचन्ति पंडिता. तो यहां पर भी भगवान, और फिर उसके बाद दूसरा अध्याय का पूरा कर्म योग और ज्ञान की बातें, सांख्य योग, सारी बातें बोलते चले गए भगवान. अर्जुन had to again ask question. प्रज्ञा भाषा समाधि. I will not go in detail into it. But let me take up again the last question which Arjuna asked. What was that? Last question is the first verse of chapter 18. Sanyasastu mahabaho तत्त्वमिच्छामि वेदितुम् त्यागस्य च ऋषिकेश पृथक्केशिन सूदन. कितना सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. Please tell me what is the difference between tyaga and sannyasa. But look at the answer. Bhagavan did not give a straightforward answer to him. First he said, Kamyanam karamnam Krishna, sannyasam kavayo viduh, sarva karam phalatyagam, prahustaga vikshakshana. पहले viduh ki ba, kavayo viduh. Kavayo means those people who are sages and saints. Then he talked about manishinaha, the wages, what he says about tyaga. Then he talks about the vichakshana, wise people, and chapare anya. Then he goes on to say, nisyam srume tatra. And when he says that, he talks about again three kinds of tyaga, satyuk tyaga, rasik tyaga. What I'm trying to say, that in here, Bhagavan wanted to strike straightway and clarify the doubt in the mind of Arjuna, whether I am Brahma, I am Paramatma, and you should be worshipping and meditating on me, on this form, instead of thinking about the formless and the one Abhyakta, Anirdesha, all those things which are not attributes, but these are the complements of Bhagavan, which is Nirakar, Nirgun Brahma. So here, instead of taking Arjuna through the philosophy of Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga, all those, but Bhagavan has hammered straightway and told him, one who meditates on me, Mam, the word Mam, he says, in my form, मेरा साकार रूप की उपासना करता है, he is the most perfect yogi according to me. वह सर्वश्रेष्ठ योगी है. So he has said that, but these people understand very well. But then with that, the certain conditions are also put in, not often emphasized on that. We can say, हाँ भगवान कहते हैं मेरी पूजा करो, so मेरी अर्चना करते हैं, पूजा करते हैं. But in that puja, in that archana, in that meditation, if you do not put your mind onto me, maya vesya manaha, if your mind is not fixed on him, if his mind is not concentrated on him, if his mind is fully engaged in him, then your puja, your upasana, your meditation, all those things will not have the impact. It must be understood that in the Bhagavad Gita, the words, every word has its deep meaning. There is no word which is superfluous. A number of thoughts come to my mind, but I will not go in that. We should understand that in this mantra, Vardra 2, if Bhagavan says Nitya Yukta Upasate, it should be Nitya Yukta. If he says Shraddhaya Upetaha Paraya, supreme Shraddha, then there must be supreme Shraddha as you sit down and meditate, as you sit down and pray, as you sit down and think of him, there must be Shraddha in that. There must be a prem in that. There must be bhakti in that. So these are the conditions which Bhagavan has led on to his discourse in explaining, in telling straightforward this direction, that you meditate on me, considering me to be the Brahma, and then with these three conditions, you move ahead and realize that I am Brahma. Now, this thing Bhagavan has already told Arjuna before also. In verse 34 of chapter 9, he had told this. Mamana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishasat yuktevam atmanam matparayanaha. What happens if somebody tells you some gives you some instruction, you may not be in that plane of mind. Your mind is not in the receptive mode to be able to grasp everything what is told to you. When you go to lecture or class or anything, oh, बहुत बढ़िया प्रवचन दिया, भगवान गुरु थे जो साधु महात्मा ने बहुत बढ़िया प्रवचन दिया, और पूछते हैं क्या प्रवचन में बताया, then you start thinking what was told. You have number of things have gone beyond you, so you do not keep that stayed in your receptacle which your mind is. In the mind you have got the receptacle to be able to receive, grasp and retain it. So the power of retaining is not all the time there unless you are fully concentrating your mind onto the thoughts which are put before you, then it sticks there. But when you ask a question and you get the reply, then you are certainly concentrating on the reply which is oncoming, and then receptacle is open and that receives its receptacle and it retains there. So that is the importance. Bhagavan had told him, Arjuna, manmana bhava, always think of me. See, the man and him is the connection which is always throughout Bhagavad Gita. Many places he has kept talking about. Devoted to me, worship me, observe obeisance to me, having dedicated your mind and body to me, you will certainly come to me. How many times Bhagavan has emphasized this point that you should think always of me, worship me, pray, get devoted onto me, and you will come to me. And interestingly enough, this is the one verse which is almost fully repeated towards the end, chapter 18, in verse 65. The first part is exactly the same as here, Manamana Bhav Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru. And you see the beauty here. This verse, Bhagavan is saying in 65, when almost everything has been told to him, and Jathe Sasu Tatha Guru, he has told that. After having told to him, तुम्हारे मन में जो आवे सो करो, it felt to him, लगता है अर्जुन को मेरा सहारा छूट गया, मुझे जो कहना था तो कह दिया, अब तुम्हारे मर्जी हो जो करो. And say, you are my Pratijane Priyosime, you are so dear to me, you're so loving to me, you are that I cannot just leave you like that. And then he said again, Manmana Bhav Madbhakto Madhyaji Namaskuru Mamesha Satyamte Pratijane Priyosime. I am telling you because you're so dear to me, you must think always of me, be devoted to me, worship me, offer obeisance to me, and doing so you will come to me. Don't get disheartened. More or less assurance Bhagavan is given to that. Now that is the one message Bhagavan has already told in this verse, in second mantra of 12th chapter. Now the most important thing, as you can see here, everywhere, it is mind which has to be put in there. It is, so how one should put the mind onto me? The question arises when he say this, when this is the most important thing for anybody, any devotee, any sadhak, any upasak. आप उपासना करते हो तो क्या आपका, you see, when we do japa, I also feel several times when I do japa, I get lost and my mind goes somewhere else. Then, but this goes on. The japa rosary is moving and maybe mouth also or man is also moving, but your mind is not on Brahma. You all are witness to this. This happens to everybody because man is so overpowering on you that you get lost. Even though you try to yato nischarati manas chanchalam masitam tato niyame tat, you try that, you know that, you are aware of that, but still mind will run away. So the most important part of any sadhaka to practice is to control the mind. How one is able to keep the mind under control and do not let it run away to samsara. This is the most important exercise each and every devotee of Gita, every devotee of Bhagavan must practice. And that's what brings me to that session which we went through earlier. This we have gone through when we talked about chapter 6, how to fix our mind, how to fix mind on me. I will not hesitate in going through this again because number of you were not present in that. And even if we repeat, Bhagavan has repeated, we are human beings, why not we repeat? With this repetition, probably we can get more involved in asking our mind, in asking ourselves how to keep our mind under full control. You see, these three verses, 18, 19, and 20 of chapter 6, Bhagavan has given beautifully in Dhyana Yoga, chapter 6, the process of meditation and culmination of that meditation. There is a word called Dhyana Swarupam. Actually, Dhyana Swarupa is a book. Tejo Bayananji Swamiji has written this book, Dhyana Swarupam, and is worth going through that. So there is a detailed description of the behavior of mind and how to tame that mind, the behavior of mind, to come to the stage where it can remain still. So there is a process of meditation involved, and that is given in verses 18 and 19. And in 20, that is a phala. If you practice those process, Dhyana Swarupam, you will get Dhyana Phalam, and that is the culmination of meditation. You know very well the various stages of Chitta. There is Vikshipta, Ekagra, and Niruddha. This is the highest level. And that takes you through Dharana, Dhyan, or Samadhi. These are the last three stages in Patanjali Yoga Shastra, Ashtanga Yoga. These are the last three processes which are involved in Dharana, Dhyan, and Samadhi. What is Dharana? Dharana is trying to control your mind so that the point of focus. So you are meditating, and there you have the object in front of you, of Bhagavan or thing, and you allow your mind and self, vritti, to remain focused on one spot. But that focus will not be all the time onto the object. So you get ekagra chitta, then that is fully focused on the self. That is dhyan. So from dharana, it goes to dhyan. There is total absence of vritti. No more, with mind, there is attached vritti. You discard the vritti away, so the mind remains concentrating, and there is absence of vritti altogether. And then the stage comes when you are totally absorbed in the self. The movement, there is no more movement, it's completely still. When it is still, you are still with yourself. But a time comes when your feeling that you are here, you are there. You become one with Brahma. So that is the stage of union of Jivatma with Paramatma. And that stage is the culmination. That is called Samadhi. And that is the highest level. And I have shown this picture before to practice on this. This is the Natvar Asan. This Asan is Natvar Asan. It's beautiful. What happens? Lord Krishna is standing on the left leg with the right leg crossed across. You see, this is the stage And I hope you have practiced this. If you have not practiced, this is worth practicing. You try to see, it is not easy. To stand on your left leg you stand, your whole body weight is on left leg. And then you cross your other leg across, and that is touching on the floor. Not so much of having weight, but balancing. The act of balancing is done. So there is a left leg which is standing on left leg with the right crossed leg. It signifies deep meditation, detachment from worldly affairs, a high level of spiritual awareness. When you put yourself in that position, gradually you will find that you are able to concentrate better. You are able to balance yourself better. You are able to transcend the physical attachment. You are not associated with sansar at that time. You are gradually getting yourself meditating onto the one in front of you. If you have the image there, you are able to balance the spiritual and material world. Abhyasena the kaunteya vairagyena cha grishyate. That stage comes, and you are in that Natvar Asan, able to concentrate. More importantly, when we start concentrating on the form, we should first concentrate ourselves within the framework of the frame. Don't allow the mind to go anywhere outside the frame, all the time within. Then you concentrate on one spot, maybe the foot of Bhagavan, and see that your head is engaged in that foot. You're sitting on your seat, but your mind is such that it is, you put your head on that and gradually detach yourself so that your foot remains there. These are the processes involved in meditation. I have gone through this earlier, but I thought better to do it again for the benefit of us all. Now, moving, this is another picture which is shown where you have mind is desireless. When your desire is gone, yada deepo nivatastho nengte so ma smrita, you know that verse, that the mind is still and you are able to have the windless lamp. When there's no wind, there's no desire, the mind remains steady and you're able to concentrate better. Now, let us move to the other aspect which is mentioned in this mantra, Nitya Yukta, Satata Yukta. Now, these are words out of the word Yukta. And the definition of Yukta has been given in Bhagavad Gita in many places. I will not go in detail, but I mention here the verses where you will find Yukta. Yukta karam param tyakto santi mapnoti naistakim ayukta kam karena phale sapto. There are so many verses Yukta is given. So that Yukta, that is united, but that union should be constant. Nitya Yukta, Satata Yukta, that you are not Yukta, एक बार हो गया भगवान के चरण में रख दिया अपने सर को और फिर खत्म. No, if you are able to concentrate yourself, your mind onto the one location of Brahma, either on the flute or on the feet, and remain there as long as possible. It can't be, of course, all the time, but as much as possible, perpetually, continuously, there's incessantly, gapless. I can use so many words to express the same thing, and Bhagavan has used so many words. Nitya Yukta, Satata Yukta, you should be Yukta and all the time, all the moment, you should be concerned with utmost Shraddha. There is no need to emphasize more and more and more. How many times Shraddhavan Lafte Jnanam Tatpara Sanjite. How many times Bhagavan has talked about Shraddha, that if you are meditating, you are doing upasana, you are doing फूल फेंक दिया नहीं, फूल फेंकना नहीं है, जल चढ़ा दिया ऐसे नहीं, श्रद्धा के साथ, मन के साथ, मन को अपने श्रद्धा से भर करके, श्रद्धा से ओतप्रोत होकर के हम अगर उपासना करेंगे, if you worship, then you will have so much of added on the upasana, love and shraddha, that you will gain that devotion, you will be able to do that. Now, I think my time is coming closer, but let me go through the verse. Now we move on to verse 3 and 4. They are joined together. Okay, this is we are talking about then Nirakar, Nirguna, Nirakar Brahma. Ye tvaksharamanirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatragam chintyam cha kutasthamachalam drubam sanniyam indriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhaya te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhutahite ratah. The word here, ye tvakshara, tu word is very significant. भगवान कहते हैं मैंने तुमको तो तुमने पूछा दोनों में कौन किसकी उपासना ज्यादा करूं या कौन ज्यादा श्रेष्ठ योगी है, मैं तो बता तो दिया, लेकिन तू, but there is something to be told to you, and that Bhagavan will tell in this verse, that is in the 3rd and 4th verse. Bhagavan will tell. I will talk to you next week. Thank you very much. Jai Sri Krishna. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Sri Krishna, Dr. Prasad ji. Beautiful connectivity of chapter 9, verse 34 and chapter 18, verse 65. First he makes a statement and then he pledges it. And then in between on 12th chapter, what a wonderful, sometimes mind gives up. How was it composed thousands of years ago in such a scientific way?
Absolutely.
Rom khare ho jate hain when you think about it. Thank you so much, and I love this natural picture. Balancing of the spiritual and physical being in this universe. Best of the world and best of Brahmasmi, both are available to you once you understand the teaching that we are doing. We are very, very fortunate again. Every Saturday we meet for a few minutes and think about something beyond science. As Gurudev used to say, it's a science beyond science. Thank you again, Dr. Ashok Sharma ji, Nandar Kapoor ji, and Dr. Prasad ji. Now I request Swami Gita Kiran ji to please take us through the meditation of the day. Swami Gita Kiran ji from Thailand, Bangkok.
Thank you, Joshi ji. Satgurum Tam Namami Satgurum Tam Namami. Pashyati savatra sarvam jame pashyati tasyaham napanashyami sajame napanashyati yo mam pashyati savatra sarvam jame pashyati tasyaham napanashyami sajame napanashyati. Yo mam pashyati savatra sarvam jamai pashyati tasyaham napanashyami sajame napanashyati. Yo mam pashyati savatra sarvam jamai pashyati tasyaham napanashyami sajame napanashyati. Yo mam pashyati savatra sarvam jamai pashyati tasyaham napanashyami sajame napanashyati. Yo mam pashyati savatra sarvam jame pashyati tasyaham napanashyami sajame napanashyati. He who sees me everywhere and sees all in me, I am not lost to him, nor is he lost to me. Yo mam pashyati savatra sarvam jamai pashyati tasyaham napanashyami sajame napanashyati. Sangadosha Adhyatma Nitya Vinivritta Kama Dvandve Vimuktaha Sukhadukkha Sange Gacchanta Moha Padama Vayam Tat Sarvasya Jaham Iti Sannivishto Mattasmitirya Namapohanam cha Vede cha sarve Rahameva veju Vedantra kitave Davideva chaham Vedanta kitave Davideva chaham. You can now gently and slowly open your eyes and know that you are a unique and beautiful spiritual being of pure consciousness. And all you have to do is to shine brightly, and you'll be helping the world and the universe. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev. Stay blessed.
Thank you so much, Swami Gita Kiranji. And the chart that you prepared with 39 gunas of bhakta, if you can, please share it with everybody. And I request once they get it, print it and keep it next to your computer screen and see every day. Would you please be kind enough to send that chart to us? We really appreciate it. It's beautiful work done. Chapter-wise analysis and then summarize all the 39 gunas. Thank you so much. We had a wonderful satsang with Dr. Ashok Sharma ji, Nanda Kapoor ji, and Dr. Prasad ji, and Swami Gita Kiran ji. And Ashok ji, I have had your books and I read them. You have done a wonderful work for the mankind, for yourself, and for us. Thank you so much. You're so kind, so humble. When I see you and think you, I feel peaceful. Thank you. With that, we conclude our session with Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukbhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. May I ask one question, please? Hello, Dr.
Yeah, you
Ashok
can.
Sharma ji.
Our session
I
is
have
over
heard it.
now. You can.
Thank you. I have heard so many times about this world as Shiv Shakti, manufactured whatever incarnation. So my most humble request is to please tell the number of shloka in Bhagavad Gita where Purushottam Krishna said so. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. I think let the next time either Dr. Prasad ji or Narendra Bhai Sahab go into the depth of it. My knowledge is minuscule compared to these people. And the only request I like to make to Dr. Prasad and Narendra Kapoor ji is that, it took 11 chapters for Krishna to make Arjuna understand who he is, what he is, and what he should be doing. तो इन लोगों को मेरी रिक्वेस्ट यही है कि don't give up, please keep trying us, one day we will understand everything. So आप don't give up. नरेंद्र भाई साहब कई बार बड़े लगते हैं कि अरे आप ये तो लोग तो पढ़ते हैं सीखते नहीं. तो यही रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे कि डॉक्टर प्रसाद जी भी आपसे भी यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप कोशिश करते रहिए, हम भी सीख जाएंगे, ऐसी बात नहीं है.
No,
Thank you
we are
so
all on
much.
the spiritual path.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very nice of you. Very nice of you.
फिर
जय
कृष्ण
श्री
जी
कृष्ण.
आपका सवाल एक बार फिर से दोहराइए, क्या सवाल था आपका?
Yeah, sir, I have heard million times, sorry, American language, that about Shiv Shakti, creation of God, this creation is with Shiv and Shakti, by Shiv Shakti. So my question is in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagwan Krishna said so, that this creation is of Shiv and Shakti. Because in
Brahman.
Gita he says Prakriti and Purush, not Shiv
Yeah.
Shakti. So that's to elaborate why that question came up in my mind. We all are Guru Bhai Bahans sitting here and listening to all this. So thanks to Hari Arjun Maharaj
If
for
if
giving me
I
this question.
if I may just in Brahma, in Bhagwan, Vishwarup, did not Arjuna see Shiva in him?
Is it only
Brahmanamisam
Shiva?
Kamalasana, Brahmanamisam Kamalasanasam Isis Sarvan Urgan Sadibyan. All those celestials were present in the same Brahmand Swarupa of Bhagwan. So Shiva is there. It is in Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned that Lord Shiva is present there. I will explain if you like. We can have a session, we can talk about it.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Prasadji. My question is, where Krishna, I'm not asking where did he mention about Shiva. Where he said, this creation is by Shiv Shakti. That's the question. I have no doubts about Shiva not being there in Virat Roop, Vishrup Darshan.
Thank
शिव
you. Jai
शक्ति
Shri
का
Krishna.
यूज जो है बेसिकली शिव योग के गुरुज करते हैं. Whole universe is created with the Shakti Shiva and Shakti, and you as mentioned Purush and Prakriti. सारा संसार की उत्पत्ति उसी से होती है. उत्पत्ति होने के बाद में भगवत गीता का यूज है कि संसारिक होकर भी स्पिरिचुअल कैसे होते. पर आपका सवाल है कि भगवत गीता में कहाँ है. दिस इज अ मैटर ऑफ रिसर्च. तो आप भी कोशिश करिए, शायद आपको पता भी हो, हमको शायद आप टेस्ट भी कर रहे हो. वी भी कोशिश करके आपको पता करेंगे इसमें है कि नहीं है, किस रेफरेंस में है. धन्यवाद. गुड रिसर्च क्वेश्चन.
Sorry, I'm very bluntly, some questions come up, and when I'm doing meditation and the God gives me answer instantaneously. I'm so overwhelmed having been in this group with all you people. So I'm enlightening myself because of your in-depth knowledge you share every Saturday now. Earlier it was Thursday. Thanks a lot to each and every one of you.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
See you next Saturday. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri
And
Krishna.
am I supposed to next Saturday? Just confirmation, please.
Yes, you are. You are on next Saturday. You are the one.
Thank you.
Krishnaji, am I
I'll be on
confirming right?
Yeah, there was a little confusion last time, but yes, he is on.
Next week
He is on. Yeah,
in
he
case
is
of
on
trouble.
next week.
Thank you.
I'm
I'll try
eagerly
to do.
for Dr. Ved Sharma ji to speak on Karma Yoga. He's one of the best who talks on Karma Yoga. Ved ji, love to hear you anytime. Unmute कीजिए. Unmute कीजिए आप. You are muted.
I was muted here. Okay, so I've been traveling around, and I will be back on a regular basis. I'm still on a regular basis. I will not want to miss Saturday morning for anything if I can keep there. So today I have to just make one request of Dr. Prasad. If he can put the session so far that he has given somewhere, either as a YouTube or where we can access these things, whether at Gita Dham or some other place, I would like to go back to them again and again and again. So this is such a comprehensive. He's not going linearly one thing at a time. He's taking the whole spectrum along. And I'm sure others will benefit from that also.
I'm sure that these sessions are recorded, and Gita Kiranji will tell us how to access to those. Gita Kiranji.
Yes, we have every session has been uploaded to YouTube, and since the start,
Okay.
so Joshiji, we can send the link and the channel Moments of Miracle.
Yeah, Joshiji was kind enough to send me your link back still think of you as belied, the Swami Kiran. At the time, others have not been loaded. Maybe they have been. I do have your link. I have that. I'll check it right now. After we are done.
They are loaded.
When you get into any one of the recording, then you go to the channel, Moments of Miracle, then everything is there.
Okay.
Moment
Okay.
of
Very good.
miracle.
Very good. Very good. So that answers my question. Thank you.
I'm very glad that you are interested. And also impressed because my intention or our intention or all this recording is for many others in future to come and enjoy the
Yes.
explanation of Gita. So I would like to request that try to speak it in English. So other people who don't know Hindi can also enjoy our Gita.
Very true, because it is heard in Thailand and USA and Canada. So English must be used as much as possible so that they can connect
Yeah.
well.
I know that speaking in Hindi, one can get into deeper meaning, because even Maharaji, when he wanted to enlighten me, he will speak it in Hindi, and he will request Wadoji to translate it to me. I understand, but for this recording, I think it would be very nice if most of the explanation can be in English, so stranger, any newcomer can also get enlightened. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
Jai Shri
Thank you.
Krishna.
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, Ashokji,
Jai Shri Krishna.
Keshavji, Vedji, everyone.
Thank you.